AskReddit by Frank. What cheap terrible holiday bonuses are people starting to receive from work this year? Work in sales. Top performing team. Entire team got the same book on how to be a better at sales. We are supposed to read this book on our downtime, whenever that is, and then management wants to go over the book chapter by chapter in our weekly team meetings. This gift was not well received on the team. There's been talk about sending management a book on effective leadership or management for dummies. I second sending management an idiot's guide to management. Boss sent out a $10 Starbucks gift card the day he laid off 10% of our staff. It's not a layoff, it's a coffee break is now a banned phrase on Teams Slack. I'm giving out layoffs and lattes today and I'm all out of lattes. I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory and one year they gave everyone a cheesecake. From Costco. OMG no. This one takes the cake mayo. We got told we were getting nothing. And the management excuse was, well, not everyone celebrates Christmas, so it wouldn't be fair. My colleague hit the nail on the head. I've never heard diversity weaponized until I heard that. It's an end of year bonus. The year is still going to end for everyone. We get a mandatory work party which will cost each of us $25. This thread is making me hate my company less. We got a digital cake. As in a clip inserted into an email as a thank you. There's a grocery store across the street. A picture of a cake ? Am I reading this correctly? I get paid monthly, quite common here. As a bonus we are getting paid on the 15th rather than the 30th. Basically, January payday is 45 days away. That sounds more like a bonus for the people working payroll because they can have the end of December off. Where I live, it is also common to be paid monthly and many employers will pay you twice in December, so Christmas bonus is 1 month worth of pay. At a place I used to work, we had quarterly bonuses based on individual performance, but an additional company performance bonus, usually an additional $1 K $5 K bonus check, for Christmas. One year, we had exploded with growth and our sales had literally doubled from the previous year. My owner was super excited to hand me a fat padded envelope with my bonus in it before he and his wife left for the month to head to Aruba. I opened it in my car before I headed home, and inside was a shun-folding steak knife. Apparently, it was so I could carry my own steak knife to all the fancy restaurant dinners I was going to be having. Handing you a knife while bilking you out of your bonus was a ballsy move. Don't get an official bonus, but might get a tangerine from the boss. I'd take a good tangerine right now. Getting laid off. Yup, last day is the 26th of December lol. If it was in a Christmas movie you wouldn't believe it. Got a gift card in an email. Turned out it was it testing our spam detection knowledge, so nothing. Do you work for the same company as the other commenter that mentioned a fake $50 gift cards from it? Or is this just a really depressing holiday trend? 1 year work bought everyone a ham. Didn't matter if you couldn't eat ham. They were delivered to your desk midday. There was not enough room in our fridge to store them all. It was weird. Every year prior to that we got cash. My freshman year of college my buddy, who was going to school close to home, hooked us up with a job over the Christmas break as security guards. Basically we were temps covering for the college kids who went home for the holidays. The supervisor met us there and spent about 45 minutes showing us how to arm the alarms at night, document stuff in the logbook and a few other things. Then he left. The place was having an on-site company Christmas party at the time. A little while later a woman came and asked us if we had gotten our Christmas presents yet, to which we said we hadn't. A few minutes later she came back and gave each of us a frozen turkey, a boxed up fruitcake, a liter of rum and 2 bottles of wine in a wooden gift case. We had worked there for about an hour and a half at that point. My wife got a flyer with a QR code so she can pick her own gift from a list of 5 company branded items: sweatshirt, speaker, water bottle, etc. Only the checkout link is broken, so she can't actually order anything. People are getting bonuses? Yeah, what's a bonus? I used to work at a retail store that gave everyone who worked on Black Friday a free, uncooked Thanksgiving turkey. Yes, they gave us a turkey to cook for Thanksgiving the day after Thanksgiving. The leftover turkeys they didn't sell then. I always hear of people getting turkeys and think awesome free turkey, then I remember I can literally buy a 10-pound turkey for less than $10 before Thanksgiving. Mayo can go as low as 60 a pound around Illinois. We get to keep our jobs and not be laid off. Real statement from upper management. OMG, this is my moment. Not this year, but my favorite terrible holiday bonus, I've got to tell. Used to teach high school. It was finals week, so kids quietly studying or taking tests during the hour. It's one of my finals hours and I get a knock on the door. WTF? I think to myself, who interrupts a final, and go open the door, leaving my kids. I open the door to my superintendent and look past him to 3 school board members, dressed like elves, with a rolling cart of those tiny office styrofoam cups filled with hot cocoa mix. Confused AF, as he interrupted a final and is distracting kids, I quizzically look at him and he says, "Merry Christmas. We have hot cocoa for you." "Sorry though, we forgot the hot water." One of the elves hands me a cup of cocoa powder. I look down at it and up again in confusion, and then the town newspaper photographer snaps a picture of me with what must. "Oh, you got deconstructed cocoa? We got stress balls." Years ago, I worked for a company that gave everyone turkeys. Like, big dang turkeys. MGMT, in their infinite wisdom, made the mistake of giving them to people at the beginning of the shift and there def wasn't enough freezer space for them. However, it was snowing, so PPL just stashed their birds outside in the snow, and some people forgot about them or forgot where they'd stashed the thing. FFWD to after the holidays and the snow starts to melt. Frickin' turkeys everywhere. Maybe not the best worst, but definitely the most entertaining Christmas bonus ever. The mental image of all those pathetic turkeys still gives me the giggles, over 20 years later. That's funny, it reminded me of a guy I worked for 40 years ago doing road construction. We wouldn't work over the winter months, but he would always give us a bonus and a turkey. My coworker that got me the job was mad because the owner asked me to be the winter helper, so I stayed on the payroll. My coworker told the boss to just leave it on his porch and he would grab it later. Later on, when I went over to get my turkey, his turkey was all ripped apart because it got sexually assaulted by a raccoon. Good memories. Our office tradition is that each supervisor gives $20 gift cards. Then the employees group together and buy each supervisor a $100 gift card. It's ridiculous. But this year is special. This year one supervisor has decided they don't want to participate because they can't afford it after taking their $100 gift card from the staff already. Ask the Manager says gifts go down to employees, not up to managers. No gift cards for that supervisor. Got one tall boy of Bud Light. Just watched the seer leave in a new Porsche while typing this. Had to hold back my feelings of throwing the can at him. Our CEO flew into town on his private jet and then told us later we couldn't hire a backfill position due to cost crunching. He has a $25 million salary and received a $25 million bonus. I don't work there anymore, but they gave us a cup of hot chocolate at Tesla last year. That tracks. I got a house plant. Correction, I got seeds and planters so I can grow my own plant. 2023, no appreciation. 2022, no appreciation. 2021, Mandatory drive in a circle around the parking lot and management will toss your gift in your open car window. Gift was 3 pieces of candy whose wrappers were entirely in Spanish. We're close to Canada. To company branded pens. And our holiday calendar for 2022. 2020. No appreciation. 2019 and before. Full catered lunch buffet with an entire course of desserts. It took me a moment to realize the choice of delivery was due to COVID and not just because the management wanted a laugh. Offices shut down from Christmas through New Year's, and nobody is expected to work or check email at all, aside from finance that has a quick payroll to run. Honestly pretty solid as nobody has to take PTO. Terrible perks I've received in the past though. I can think of a pizza party that was basically mandatory, while people were attempting to travel right before Christmas. The company wanted us to socialize at the worst time. Same, but we're forced to take PTO for the week. This is for a major tech company too. We're getting a pie from a local pie shop. We pick our own pie, and a Christmas happy hour where food and drinks are on the company. Open bar and plenty of food to go around. All we have to do is sit through a 1-hour meeting before to discuss end of year numbers and then we're off. We also get a free polo in our choice of color from the company store. That's actually good. 1-year bonuses were almost cancelled because of another award. Basically, there was a competition in spring for 4 hours of PTO if certain goals were met. The goals were met. 200 odd employees got a free half day off from work. Ends of year comes around and district says hold TF up. What do you mean you want to give bonuses? You spent your bonus money on that PTO. See, turns out that the rules changed from that time off being a non-cash award to it actually having value and no one told the punes on the front line. Luckily the management were able to force the hand and everyone got their bonuses as well. But that PTO thing has not been used since. Which sucks because it was a better than most motivator. I mean, who TF cares about pizza when you can take half a day off? I got a 3-week layoff and the potential to win a $25 Amazon gift card in a raffle. The period of the layoff makes me ineligible for any company bonus. 2 weeks ago, we had a company-wide meeting where the owner said it was the most profitable year they have ever had and there would be no layoffs. Did I mention that the company owner complained that he had to come up from his second home in Naples, Florida so that he could set the company back on track? He blames the employees. Guess who is running the company? His fucking kids. A donation has been made in your name to the New York City Ballet. I don't celebrate Christmas. In my family we celebrate Festivus. My boyfriend got a $50 gift card to his company store to buy a required uniform. My husband got fired. So being that he was the sole income provider for our family of 4, I would say that's pretty terrible. I'm so sorry. In the midst of all the jokes and snarky comments here, I truly hope you have something good come your way. I work for a company worth almost $2 billion. We each get a $20 gift card. It used to be $15, so things are looking up. You're complaining about a 33% bonus increase, you ungrateful peasant. A workplace branded umbrella and a COVID kit consisting of sketchy hand sanitizer, some masks and a COVID test. We work in a hospital so this feels some kind of way. Company's own merchandise we got all year for free. Now we can order them in our internal shop. Very nice by them to let us do advertisement for the company and call it Christmas gifts. Oh, and there are also a lot of layoffs shortly before Christmas. I feel blessed to work here in case my boss reads that. T-shirt with company logo. Notebook with company logo. Cookies with no company logo. Disappointed about the cookies. I got told my position was obsolete and will no longer have a job come January. Also a card. Also? What a wasted opportunity. Should have combined the two. Happy holidays. You're fired. With warmest regards. Your company. I'll get fresh baked cookies the boss wife made for Christmas. They'll sit on my desk while I'm on vacation from 12/23 until 1/2. They'll be hard as a rock and I'll throw them away when I get in on 1/3. This legitimately made me laugh so hard, thanks for that. I got a $30 DoorDash voucher. Bought almost all of my lunch for one day. We only pulled in like $500 million in revenue last year. Times are really tough. Edit. When I say revenue, I meant profit. I worked for an overnight delivery service, not FedEx, more local, in 1998 during the big UPS strike. We worked like 60-hour weeks for a month. Our business quadrupled, and the company made millions. When it ended, the owners of the company sent out bonuses to everyone, a $5 Chili's gift certificate. Cue everyone leaving the shop after the meeting, and the floor being carpeted with gift certificates. 2 weeks later, we got a note in our pay envelopes that they heard of our displeasure with the bonuses and gave us an extra $200 that week. Even in 1998 you could walk into a Chili's and maybe take a deep breath for $5. Greedy assholes. Company sent 1 box of candy snacks for our 14-person team. I feel that. We received a tin of popcorn for the entire staff to share with a handwritten Christmas thanks on a sheet of paper. It was the best sales YTD. Not quite the same thing, but a friend worked for a Taiwanese company many years ago, and at the Christmas party one of the managers handed out envelopes to a few people. They thought it was a bonus or promotion, but it was a termination letter. To add to the above, it was a Christmas party at their English location. Oh my god, that guy could have been murdered that night. I used to work for an old woman. Her nickname around the shop was Little Mussolini, who would buy the discounted turkeys after Thanksgiving and keep them frozen to pass out as Christmas bonuses. I'm talking 30 turkeys. Instead of getting 4 weeks of PTO next year, I get 2. I might be given permission to leave a couple hours earlier before the Christmas holiday. Yeah, at least I've got that going for me. A ham and Starbucks gift card. 200 plus employees where I work. We each got a generic, unsigned, non-personalized boxed Christmas card on a blank envelope with a $10 fast food gift card. Except some of the gift cards were the reloadable type and had no money put on them. So basically some of us were given a small handful of garbage. I used to work at a place that would pretty regularly give out $100 gift cards for things that were pretty minor in order to boost company morale. I had gotten to over a 1-year period but didn't check the balance until after I had left. Both had no funds on it. I come to find out that there is one girl in HR that is responsible for getting and giving them out. I used to sit next to her and there was more than a few times when someone stopped by and said it had no money. Her response was always, "Sorry, must have accidentally given an empty one, but take this one." I was very suspicious that she was keeping the money but didn't care to bring it up because I very much hated the CEO. Christmas party that no one wants to go to. I found out that the one I had to go to this season cost over $40K and was still over budget. I did the math and figured every staff member could have easily received a bonus of about $1,400 minimum with that, instead of feeling awkward for 3 showers and getting food poisoning from the dinner. We did not need a $6,000 balloon arch, we do need to pay our rent. I get a candy cane. You too? Mine was on my desk this morning. None bonus, left beef. My work switched from yearly bonuses to biannual bonuses for this year. We got our first bonus in September and we have heard nothing about the second. I don't know why I expected anything else to happen. Maybe it's the other biannual and you'll get another bonus in 2025. 2 years ago I got gourmet pretzels and a $20 gift card to the local Italian restaurant. 2 weeks later the owner of the restaurant got caught with CP and they closed up. Mamma Mia. We are getting a pinata at the holiday party, so we can crawl around on the ground for candy while the boss watches. Fun. Last year at my wife's holiday party, the CEO of the company she works for shot dollar bills out of an air cannon. Watching a millionaire shoot dollars at his underpaid employees that then have to scramble around on the floor to pick them up made me feel gross.